Hey everyone, just a recap of part 4 of the Let's Play. I ended up ending with everyone fairly wounded, the base covered in blood, and warg bodies from a manhunter pack. And I recorded about an hour's worth of gameplay, and really all that happened was I built these 3 things here, I cleaned up all the blood, got everyone healed, and that's about it. And I didn't really think that was worth airing. So I wanted to pick it up here. So basically, what has happened is my little outpost here I'm working on. I had a guy fly down from an escape pod, or a wanderer joined rather, and I had him open up the ancient danger. He ended up dying, but I took over the ancient danger area, and I'm going to use this as an outpost, which is a little bit more secure than my little wooden shack, which doesn't even exist anymore. It burned down entirely from raiders. But yeah, really not much else significant has happened, so this is why I'm going to pick it up from here. So ideally what I want to be doing is expanding more and more on this base. I really want to get some security, because as it is right now, there is no way this base is safe. It's 1 or 2 raider events away from, total annihilation. I don't have a lot of numbers, and it's easy for me to get outnumbered and outgunned. And it's only a matter of time until I get swarmed by the tribe or pirate bands come that I'm really going to bite the bullet. With that said, the Muffalo are somewhat eating me out of house and home. They are really expensive to feed off of some hydroponic tables, so with that in mind, gotta expand the hydroponic operation. I do have enough power generation now. Toxic fallout. Yeah, that didn't happen here. Where did that happen? That happened at Tundra. Oh boy. Well, with any luck, the Thrombo will die of toxic fallout, but I doubt it. They're hard to kill. So, the result of all of that fighting, Stars lost a toe, which for some reason slows her down 10%, because that makes sense. And Doc lost a nose, which doesn't seem to matter very much. Funny enough, I mean, this doesn't change the way he feels at all, not even pain, which might be in a little oversight that I should inform Tynan of, because it seems like if your nose tore off, maybe you'd look like a Red Skull, I suppose, but you'd also, have some latent pain or something. I don't know. Maybe it was intentional. So yeah, this zone is going to quickly become devoid of life and be unusable as a outpost. Care of some wonderful toxic fallout. I'm glad that's not happening here. On the other hand, because there's literally nothing on sea ice, if I had toxic fallout or volcanic winter or whatever, it wouldn't really matter because there's nothing outside my base. My base is the only point of interest worth considering. I just have to stick the Muffalo inside where they wouldn't eat my crops. Yeah, so I have a lot of silver. I've been building up silver, that's for sure. Oh, wow, are you stupid? Who voluntarily wanders into a toxic fallout to trade? So I'm trying to create some clothing to replace the tattered clothing. Everyone has some tattered clothing, tattered armor vests, stuff like that. I don't have a machining table yet. Arctic wolf, self-tamed. But speaking of which, next time I wake up, I'm going to take the Muffalo up to my ice sheet base to move, I guess, that Arctic wolf down, and then start moving the polar bears. for food purposes, because I am in fact low on food, and worried that given a few bad events chained together, I might not be able to feed my muffalo anymore, which would not be so ideal. I mean, the muffalo are really the heavy lifters of my outposts. That is a very strange place for kibble. What is going on there? Who makes kibble and then places it on the research bench? That's odd. Yeah, but you can see the muffalo eat 20 kibble at a clip, which is a lot of food. All right, here we go. You are nation of Iragua, which is a tribe, and you're here to trade. I do believe blackjack. Now, who's my social guy? Steroid. Wait, that can't be true. Stars is even better. Alright. So I'll have stars trade, and then maybe I'll go up north. So let's see. If huskies and rams, that's nice. Don't care. Ooh, that is tempting. Cassowary eggs. Let them hatch and then slaughter them. Alright, always buy components. God knows I always need it. Sell my uranium. So I don't seem to be needing it anytime soon. Let's see. Sell all my ripped clothing. But there's nothing to buy, so maybe I'll keep the uranium. I'll sell it. So, see how many of these I can buy before I break even. All of them. Alright. So one thing I did read on Reddit was... Oh, they're immediately ruined? Well, they'll make for meals, I suppose. And I learned my lesson. Yeah, maybe I should have waited until the trader came inside. What is this, a raw resource? Where would I find the eggs? Raw food? Animal products. Eggs fertilized. I'm gonna try to put them inside, but it seems like they're immediately ruined. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, where are you going with those? Yeah, they're immediately ruined. Well, they're food now. Not a very efficient way of feeding my people, but that's what it is. So I wanted to go north. I'm going to send stars and steroid. It's pretty unimportant little errand, so those two numbskulls can handle it. Yep, there we go. Alright, so I still have a lot of tattered gear, but it's getting better. You know, as you can see, he's already wearing the warg pants and shirt and stuff. And soon I'll have some polar bear leather. Alright. Stars and steroids should be out really soon. There we go. And I think all I'm going to do here is queue up another caravan, grab the wolf, and grab a polar bear corpse, which I can only haul one. So then grab some slate blocks, they're lighter, and exit east. Like I said, not a very important trip. I'm gonna have to use Idle Shah, or whatever I named it, or whatever it was randomly named, as a there's... You know what? Scratch that. I should take a better look at what I have here. Because there is stuff worth taking home. Just scan here, yeah. So I'll cancel that. I really need more shelves. Got some gold. Got some components there. Or, not that I can take that stuff. Oh, camel hair. Alright, so I'm gonna make my people run around filling up those buffalo. Well, that's fine. I mean, they just got there and they'll get home instantly. Oh. I want a polar bear corpse, but... Alright, not taking a whole lot of the wart. It's probably gonna deteriorate before I get another caravan back there, but I don't even have beer making yet, so it's not super important. But what I do have is I'm about to have machining, I think. Yep, about to have machining. Let's see. I do have brewing. I take that back. You know, I figured a few hospital bed might be pretty useful, but multi-analyzer comes first. I am hulling in gold, which will help with the construction of a multi-analyzer. Alright. Another caravan. Oh, but you're coming in the wrong place. It's too bad too, because you're the only people I truly want to trade with. Everyone else is tribes. They have junk. Speaking of which, oh wow, that is not close. I mean, I could transport pod. I could transport pod like next to them, and create a transport pod to transport home, but that's a little above my pay grade, at least for now. It's too complicated. Oh, that hit here. How bad is it? Medium? That's alright. Wait, how are you hot, Blackjack? You must be wearing some incredibly... Oh, yeah, right. You have the warp for the meta. Yeah, you are going to be hot. Lose the toque, man. There you go. You don't need negative 200. 181 is going to be fine. It's never going to get that cold. Yeah, I have to figure out how to get him more comfortable. Right, let's see. You have a fine range. You have a fine range. It's really not going to get hotter than 65 anywhere. It's funny to be the thought of overheating in, you know, that cold weather. Alright, so I grabbed a polar bear. Stars and Steroid are freaking out because I'm making them work for once. Freeloaders. I even gave them the bedroom with the space heater. Alright, so I'm gonna actually turn Spiffy into a crafter. But then I'm not even making any shirts or anything. Let's see, if I did make a piece of clothing, what piece of clothing would it be most helpful? Pants would be helpful, toques would be helpful. But yeah, I really need a shirt. Cue that up. I've been making t-shirts instead of button-downs. They're cheaper, less insulating, but because everyone's wearing, heavy parkas, t-shirt doesn't seem to really matter. So I get 10 slag, or 10 steel per slag, so this is almost 500. It's quite a lot of material there. Alright, these idiots should be done soon. They're like freaking out that, oh, you did eat. Did your husband eat? Yes, he ate. Alright, they're leaving. Good. That's a lot of stuff that I'm having them haul back. In fact, let me get rid of some of these zones. So what happens is when they zone in for the first time, they want to like dump their inventories into the zone. But if I have zones everywhere, I don't control where they're dumping it. Or at least I can easily forget. You know, they'll arrive and they'll dump it somewhere stupid. Caravan's ready. Flash storm is so a toxic flash storm. Man, that is not pretty. Glad that ain't me. Deal with that. Why is no one cooking? Steroid, Doc. Oh, because Doc's researching, that's why. Well, Steroid's home, but I'm actually going to put Doc on cooking for now. Just so that there's enough to eat. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was like, hey, why aren't they sleeping where they're supposed to? That would be because I have a new pet. New pet that I'm going to bring to market. So it is strange. I've noticed, and I'm sure some of you have noticed as well, that I get a lot of random animals to join me. I mean, I guess in some sense it makes sense because it's survival is difficult out here, and you know, it might just be either A, having mercy on me, because you know survival is difficult, as I said, or B, there wouldn't be a lot of animals to come by anyway, so it's just a way of, you know, sort of balancing it out, I suppose. But you know, the way I'm thinking is all these animals are just free silver for me, so it is a little imbalancing. And I don't know that if that's because the see, here we go again, self-tamed. You know, I suspect it's because events have a frequency chance, and it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter how many colonies you have. So, like, 2 colonies will get 2 times the events. It won't be the same amount of events split into both colonies. It will be twice as many events. And all the negative events that happen in other colonies that are empty and, you know, don't matter. They don't amount to anything. It doesn't really matter if I have problems elsewhere. But the events in, you know, I don't know. I'm rambling at this point, but yeah, that's sort of my theory, is because I get to dodge the bullet on all these terrible events that are happening elsewhere. Um, the net result is I get a lot of positive events that happen, and it seems like, oh, you know, I'm so blessed, but it's just, you know, if I had up to 5 colonies, I'd get a lot more positive events. Although I don't really have use for any more colonies than that. Major break risk. What's going on? You're fine. You're wearing tattered apparel. I'll fix that. In fact, here, let's change this. Manage outfits. Alright, so I don't need worker, soldier, nudist. really have anyone using that. So I'm going to tell them 52 inequality. So now people will instantly shred all of their tattered apparel. And yeah, people might complain about nudism. Airdropped gold. But you know, that can be remedied. So I'm not that worried about it. Wonder if my colonists are tired of eating rice. Probably, but I don't care. So everyone's doing something. Oh yeah, they're just hauling. So there isn't a lot of work to be done here. This zone is looking better every day. So you're fully trained. You can now release. Oh, they both can. So I'm slowly getting my steel up, which is good. As you can see, I did away with the idea of perfect symmetry. I wanted space so that, you know, like, if I was... Oh, that's not cool. I guess they were harvesting it, so I didn't lose a lot. Yeah, blights do happen a lot to me. Disproportionately, even. Whoa, I saw those pods. More gold? Alright. No complaints on my front. Yeah, I don't care if you starve. So, everyone dropped their crappy clothing. So I have some camel hair here that I can turn into some clothing. Make 2 more sets of stuff. I also have polar bear skin. I forgot about. You know what I can do to speed up this this process here? Create a dumping stockpile with a higher higher priority, so that people that are idle will bring slag from the outside slag dump to the inside slag dump. In fact, I don't need that anymore. So when people wake up, I'm going to bring the idle people to market, sell the wolf, fox, wolf, which are you? Wolf. Sell the wolf, possibly buy something, sell some of the broken gear. You know, I don't need one more animal eating my kibble. Especially when these, you know, I don't really have a use for a wolf. Like, all that would ever happen is, by training him to be useful, my people would bond to him and then be upset when he dies, because inevitably he will, you know, the only way to be for him to ever be useful, because he won't haul, there's nothing to really haul, is to be released into battle, but you know, that's going to get him killed. So it'd really only be setting up, you know, my own colonists for upset, and I don't really feel like doing that. You know, it's would be a good call. Alright, so everyone's moving stuff. Huh. Wow. Drugs. I feel like I live in some third world country where, you know, people are airdropping stuff to me. So to also speed this up, I'm going to have this be a steel stockpile. So that Spiffy don't have to run so far. So I have a lot of slag to get through, and need to be doing it. So now I can make a multi-analyzer. I need a bit more steel for it. Actually, I have enough steel for it, but I don't think I want to put it there or anywhere in here. I'll have to figure out a solution. Maybe, I don't know, whatever. I don't want to build it quite yet, though, because I want a nice surplus of steel. Don't want to run into a scenario where I need repairs on a wall or something, and I have literally no steel to patch my building up. Alright, so what are you gonna bring? These sell for almost the same. No, I'm not gonna be able to get that price for them. What was I thinking? Just silver? I don't know, I don't really have much. Oh, I have the broken armor to sell. That's right. Okie doke. And exit south. It's easy to forget those exiting directions, and that can really add time to your trip. Wait, why is Doc? Oh, graphical glitch. The one thing I should probably stop doing is loading my people up with all the silver of my colony. Because if they do have their caravan hit, not that they spend a lot of time out in the open road, but if they do have their caravan hit, that is not going well. You really don't have anything to sell, like at all. So, no, I will not be trading with you. Oh no, nutrition. That's fine. It is interesting the amount of events that happen in this zone. Oh, cargo pod too. A lot of stuff. Oh, that's a lot of smoke. Smoke moves. A lot of events, cargo stuff happens here, and not here. And that was much the case in the last Let's Play I recorded that I'm not going to upload because I didn't do anything. Cargo pods just kept coming down in that other zone, in the tundra zone, but not here. Very strange RNG deciding that I don't need any love. See? Case in point. Oh, well, this isn't the tundra zone, but, it keeps coming down elsewhere. I have just enough material for one more shirt. I have one polar bear skin too few to make use of that leather. It's kind of funny. I mean, I could turn it into a toque, I suppose, but... Alright, Shakespeare, goodbye. Buy all the components, which I'm actually spending money for once. Oh, that's a lot of steel that we could buy. I'm going to have excess of ew, husky fur? I don't think I want to turn that into... Yeah, I'm going to buy some steel. One thing I wish is they would figure out max weight here in this screen, because I have to kind of do the math. Or I'm not doing math, but I have to do a lot of clicking. Alright, so that's a lot of more steel. Get my muffalo to unload it. I just sold 2 of you. No, or your cousins, let's say. Well, it is, oh, I forgot to sell the armors. Oh well. Is what it is. Are you major breaking? Joy deprived. Oh no. Alright, play some horseshoes. Stiff upper lip, my good man. Stiff upper lip. What kind of room is this classified as? Kitchen? Lab? Bedroom, bedroom, bedroom. Room. I'm gonna move this around the corner here. I'm lazy to make a new zone, so I'm just, cheating. Because I want to start expanding the base out. Gonna need the room too, because got some more hydro going, as you can see. Oh, hey, that's good news. She's pregnant again. This time, I will not allow her to miscarry due to neglect. So go eat. As you can see, I don't have quite the food surplus. Granted, these eggs make for pretty good. Oh my god. I'm gonna have a husky army here. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, if you look here, you know, I am on extreme Cassandra Classic. Classic being that it won't give me random events that can possibly benefit me, right? I mean, that's the idea. But my god, is it ever lowballing and making it easy for me. So one thing to remind you all, it's really tempted to queue up a door here, but until the walls are finished, all that hot air is going to flood right out, and you will kill your crops. I mean, it doesn't take a heck of a lot of effort to accidentally kill all your crops that way. So keep that in mind. Cargo pods elsewhere. A lot of wonderful caribou meat, though. That might be worth making a run for. You know, I am low on food, as you can see. I mean, it's all this kibble. It's killing me. But the muffalo do carry their weight. I don't know if I need 3 muffalo, but 2 is simply very, very helpful. Whoa! So I was complaining about cargo pods dropping elsewhere, but that is ridiculous. 2 cargo pods dropping almost on top of one another. Well, at least because I'm doing expansions and this stuff, I don't have idle guys right now. Everyone's moving, everyone's working. It's good. Alright, Doc, go back to research. Let's store and earn his keep. really could have gone for those living cassowary, you know? I would have stuck them in the crafting room or something and just made them grow up a little and then slaughter them all for meat. That would have been nice, but now they just sit here. In fact, they might not be cooking because they're not told to cook with fertilized eggs. There we go. There should be like fertilized ruined and fertilized because they're not quite the same. Get my steel up. Alright, Doc, I'm going to take you off of that and have you construct. He's less likely to make mistakes, unlike everyone else. Sorry, no snowmen. They make cover for raiders. Oh, speaking of which. Oh, interesting. So there's one guy with a Molotov that's going to dig at my granite wall. You know, I'm really curious if, like, I just unclaim my home. Will he just not know where to fight? I don't think that's the case, but boy, would that ever be an exploit. We'll have fun. Nope, you aren't related to anyone. So I am very sorry, not sorry. Wow, he digs hard. What is his mining at? No, it's not his mining. Why is he... What? Jesus. You little psychopath. Now I'm putting in regular steel doors, but because of the way I'm heating everything, I can just leave the doors open. It's to separate, so, you know, it's a theory of you can separate a room out like that, but then heat it without having to build a vent. The reason the bedrooms have doors is when people walk past the door without even entering, it pisses off the people sleeping inside. So it's a little tactic, little strategy. I mean, it's functional in how it works. Keeps everyone sane. As you've noticed, I'm sure, I have not had a lot of mental breakdowns, and a lot of the mental breakdown avoidance has been little things like giving everyone their own rooms, even from the get-go. Even if it's like a little cubbyhole. A little cubbyhole is better than a shared bedroom where they're disturbing their sleep constantly. And partners don't disturb each other's sleep. So that works out quite well. Now waking them manually will disturb their sleep, but a lot of this, playing on extreme difficulty is about minimizing their negative moodlets. So you know, making sure that they're happy about something. So these two new rooms are going to be maybe a dining room and a joy room, a playroom. And then I'm going to put a hospital bed, or I don't have a hospital bed yet, but I will once I research hospital bed. I'll put a hospital bed here for medicine. Nope, I don't want to hold open. Oh, that's awkward. Let's fix that. Clear animals outside. Oh, you're not a potato. Wait, you are a potato. You're not rice. Getting hard to feed everyone. The power's holding up, which is good. It's important to have robust power. You know, I am really tempted to start giving people floors. We'll start in the bedrooms. I know it might seem like a waste of steel, but a little happier mood goes a long way. Just finished up. Oh no, I still have more slag, but not much. Alright, stars, you're being the least useful right now, so I'm sending you. You only have to bring yourself. It takes you a while. Then bring all these dogs back down south. I'm not gonna bother with the wart. It's gonna take you too long. So round up them dogs and come on back. So you are getting tired. Well, you're not that tired. But I don't want to push it. So, doll room now. One thing I might consider doing is breaking down some of these beds that are awful and trying for a slightly higher quality, which should make a fair bit of difference. And if I can have Doc build it, he's 10 out of 20, so he's an expert construction person now. Hopefully he can make some good beds. Alright. Looking good, looking good. Oh, they just fell right asleep. Skedaddle. I haven't had any raiders hit home base in a while. What would go a long way is if I started getting art and things around the place. Potted plants, things to make it look nice, look homier. Because now this is not a teeny little survival shack. It is a full-blown, like, Vostok station. You know, it's a bit more significant than it once was. And I need to give it its justice, its due. You know, I need to display my increase of wealth. You know, their expectations are going to be slightly higher soon. I mean, they're very low now. I'm living on the edge, but it will increase, and as a direct result, they'll expect some niceties. And you know, I have to deliver on that, or the mood tanks. So this bedroom is awful. This bedroom is awful. This bedroom is awful. I tried. Why is it awful? Oh, because there's dirt. Alright, Stars, I've never liked you. You're a barkeep, you used to clean stuff up. No, don't visit Grave. You don't even know that person. Oh, great. Thanks, jackass. God, I hate pyros. He's burning it up like Snoop Dogg. Whole stack of sweat. You really? I've half a mind to just shoot him. Oh, well, he's done being a pyro. Awful little diner. Alright, let me try to do the bed rebuild. I'm going to use wood. Simply because I don't have a huge surplus of it, but it's lighter and easier to get than steel. Man, Blackjack, you're just not having a good day. Cool, there we go. See? See, it paid off. This got called down elsewhere. Yep, that's totally not your bedroom. Oh, you little assholes took it. But that's actually fine. I mean, they're the ones with more moody problems than more normal heroes. It is funny how they haven't hit like critical sleep or whatever, but they just collapse on the ground. They're like, "Ooh, forget it." Superior. Hey, look at that. Alright. So now. It's awful bedroom? Oh, because she just slept out. Oh, no, it's still awful. Now it's mediocre because it got cleaned, but. Yeah, see? I'm getting rid of that awful bug. You know, and they're luxuriantly comfortable. You should be comfortable. Ah, you little complainer. I do have to modify my power grid a little. Actually, you know what? I don't want to do that. I'll explain later once I get some plasteel. But basically, I want a circuit to provide power to the turrets that's switchable from the inside. And if I run a line there, it'll be harder to build later. This butcher table will have to go. It's blocking everyone. Looking good, looking good. Making improvements, certainly. This rec room. It's unimpressive, to say the very least. So I do have some slate blocks. So let's try making a slate table, and I'll bring it into the dining room if it's any good. I thought that 200 would carry over, but nope. No, Spiffy, I don't want you doing that. I do not want you doing that. I want Doc doing it. Sorry. The truth, it is good. Actually, you know what? Just reinstall that there. Even a crappy, crummy table is going to improve the rec room a little bit. Unless this turns it into a dining room. Yes, it does. Alright, goodbye. So now it's dull, not bad. Jesus, everything's breaking down. Now I will try for 2 slate chairs that are decent. May not work in my favor. So it looks like the extra hydroponic tables are in fact kicking up my my food output, as I do have some surplus rice. I do need some more corpses, so maybe on the next day I will go up north and... Who's this reserved by? Blackjack? Sorry, Blackjack. I don't want you doing that. I'll go back north, get another polar bear corpse, and bring it down south for some good eats. Let's see, go from dull to mediocre. Hey, look at that. See? No negatives. A little bit feeling terrible. See, the feeling terrible, I can't contend with that. Really? 1. So what I think happens is the random events that happen elsewhere, because I have no wealth in this zone, it only spawns 1 warg, which is really not a pack. Whereas this place is wealthy, you know, or wealthier. It's not that wealthy, but as a result, when things happen there, you know, I get 20 wargs or 15 wargs or however many I had. And that's the fundamental difference. It's based upon wealth and success. Local links windman. It's fine. Can't affect me in any way. Yeah, I mean, their lives are getting better. Certainly. Once I have carpet making, I can make my place look a little bit better. I'll have to pull up all the concrete floors. I won't do that yet. So I was in the process of replacing beds, but I don't have enough wood to do Blackjack's bed. I mean, see, the funny thing is steel beds are pretty much the same as wood beds, but I just don't want to put people into steel beds. Call me old-fashioned, but that doesn't sound like fun. Alright, Blackjack. Stars, you can carry the most, so I'm sending you. You know, actually, I'm going to send you to town. I'm sending you to town because I have so many wolves that are just eating through everything I own. I can't have that. Silver, so I'll learn from my mistakes and only load half my silver up. Not that I really need to worry about power, but I'm not using them. Might as well turn them off. So another thing I want to consider here is an expansion for more growing zones. I think that's pretty important. Especially if I want to run a drug business. But silver seems to be rolling in pretty good. Oh, you just switched pants, didn't you? Yes, you did. See if I can't spiff the place up a bit with some plants. Holy hell. I seriously can't deal with the amount of dogs that wish to join me. It is absurd. It's certainly making me money, but it's absurd. I've become like a halfway house for like wandering dogs. Alright, do you have anything for me? I will buy your wood. That sounded wrong. Your steel. Alright, that's a lot of wood, but hey, I have a lot of extra money. So, I'm okay with this. How's that? Slightly impressive. There we go. Getting better, getting better. Alright, I probably need to fix this zone. Clear, unload. Yes. Oop, no. Unload will be here. Alright, once I unload this, I think that's probably good for this Let's Play. It's just about an hour. No, where are you going? Where are you going? Whatever, I'll just drop it here. And I'm just going to keep playing through, but I'm going to turn it into 2 different videos. So I want to get a stopping point for that. So here it is. So to recap this video, it's been expanding to niceties, expanding a rec room, a dining room, improving the bedrooms a little, making life a little bit better, easier, and then amassing some resources. I just amassed a whole lot of wood, so I have 300 now, so I'll be able to improve the bedrooms even further. I'm thinking about maybe making some additional areas for growth, for growing operations, maybe here and here, something like that. But I'll have to expand my power generation. And another thing I want to do is get rid of some of this shallow water, which needs a moisture pump, which takes a while, and then create a box and box my power in so that it's not so vulnerable. Maybe even move some of the stuff around. I'll have to rework it. But yeah, that will be that for this video. I hope you've enjoyed, and if you did, I'll look forward to the next part of this series, which I'll continue recording in just a second.